Coming up on the bottom line, we've got Robert Borgesi to talk about the Sony Move, iPhone, multitasking, and more.
Times are tough, so save time and money by skipping business trips and using GoToMeeting. Visit gotomeeting.com/techpodcast and get 30 days for free.
It's time to go low tech. We've got questions in this bowl. We've got a guest to answer the questions in the bowl. Rob, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, I'm going to pick a question randomly from the bowl, as I've done in the past. Okay, first question. Sony introduced its PlayStation Move, its Project Natal and Wii competitor. Is it awesome or super awesome or a third thing?
I would go with a third thing. I think it's a grasping attempt to pull Wii game players back to the PS3.
Yeah, I mean, like the PS3 is really known for a hardcore gamer aspect, but I think it kind of makes a lot of sense because if a hardcore gamer is going to have this thing in the house, it'd be like, well, look, you guys can play games too on it, right? Like, well, maybe. Also,
yeah,
awesome.
I don't think the owner is going to be using it. I think it's, oh, guys, come over and play with this thing. But the hardcore gamer's still going to be using the controller and playing his, Call of Duty, Gears of War kind of thing.
Well, they don't have Gears of War on that thing. You fool. Okay, next. Apple is rumored to add multitasking to its next version of the iPhone OS. Do you think this will actually happen?
With every Apple rumor, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't think this will happen on the next version. I think maybe down the line, definitely, but I think it's a little too much to expect from that next version. However, I think it's definitely in the works. It's one of those things, they probably keep trying to do it, and maybe the processing power is not there or whatnot, but down the road, I think we'll definitely see it, just not in the next one.
I think I'm going to disagree with you on that one because I think with the iPad, there's a good chance they probably would allow multitasking on that, so maybe that's why they would allow it onto the iPhone as well, because otherwise it would be inconsistent. Next question. Oh, this one just popped out of the bowl, so this one must be exciting. Chat roulette, have you appeared naked on it yet?
No, I have not appeared naked. In fact, I've only appeared once on it, and I was wearing, I believe, a red sweater.
A red sweater. Okay, good to know. Next question from the bowl. Here we go. Valve is bringing games to the Mac. Will this cause Mac sales to go up, or will people build more Hackintoshes instead?
Knowing people, they'll just build more Hackintoshes instead because they can do it for cheaper. And bottom line is people need to save money. Actually, it'll probably have a twofold effect. It'll do both.
You think people are going to buy Macs for gaming? I mean, that's really expensive for a gaming machine.
I think you might see a little bump in somebody who was borderline, real gaming rig, Mac, maybe. But I think you're actually going to see some huge gaming rigs become Hackintoshes if it's good enough.
That's shocking. I did not expect that as an answer. Okay, the next question. Nokia has a new operating system for its phone. Will the United States finally care?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. All right, next question for the bowl. doubleTwist added podcast support. Who will care about this?
You would.
I would. Why? Why do you say that?
Because you're big into the podcast, and you're one of the, I don't want to say few people, but you're all about, organizing your podcast and listening to them in order while you're doing other things. Some people are really good about it, and some people just really don't care that much. They're kind of a casual podcast listener. So I think it's for the hardcore podcast listener, definitely. For the casual, I don't think they'd really care.
So you're calling it for the nerds. So viewers of this show, you're going to love it. And
you're going to love it, yes.
Last question here. Will you buy the new Motorola StarTAC? How is this question? Never mind. Jeez. Okay. Bowl's empty. We're out of questions. That's all the time we have. Rob, thanks for being on. You can find Robert Borgesi's work at channelflip.com/web, where he reviews websites with this other guy. I think his name is Ayaz Akhtar. Well, that's me. I'm Ayaz Akhtar, and thanks for watching.